Alright, so we're gonna put it on autopilot and we're gonna have a conversation. A lot of you have been messaging me, asking me for advice on how to become successful. So I figured I'd make a segment where once a week I interview someone like Ryan over here, who's a good friend of mine I work with. So I interview entrepreneurs, or I might do it alone. We'll see how it goes that week. But we'll talk about things that I feel like are important. Like, I'm not here to motivate anyone. I feel if you can't motivate yourself to chase your own goals and your dreams, then I'm sorry, I just can't help you. However, if you already have the right mindset and you're trying to accomplish your goals, we're here to help you, maybe giving you some advice in life and things we've gone through and things we have changed that has personally helped us accomplish our goals. So one thing that I really want to talk about, and I think it kind of gets overlooked all the time, is having really bad company around you. What people really don't understand is that the people around you actually influence you way more than you actually think. So there's a lot of toxic people around you that you might not know they're toxic.
Certain people will make you feel like they might hold a belief that a lot of times you may hold that same belief just because you're around them.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that is subconscious sometimes.
Right. They'll think one way and then you start doing everything like them to please these people, and you don't necessarily want to.
I think we take positive and negative from people. So a lot of times we might take that positive, which is great, from people. Some people, everybody has a strength or a weakness that we may not have, and I think generally people somebody has something to offer.
Right.
So a lot of times we believe that person, so we might take that strength, but we also might take that weakness.
You own your own business, Ryan. What made you want to do what you wanted to do?
Before I did it, I wasn't really sure that it was something that was possible. You know, for too long before that, but when I realized I can make money doing something on my own that is self-directed, on my own time, in my own hours, that's something that's very appealing to me. And as I got into it, as you start building your own business and figuring out how to do that, it's a very rewarding thing. It's empowering, I think.
Right. And I think the freedom was really important for you too.
Yeah, absolutely. And being in control of your own earning power is something that is something that not everybody experiences. It's an awesome feeling because you feel like the effort that you put in is what you're going to get out of it. I know if I push this and get this sale or do this, I know, all right, then I can take this trip.
Right.
I can buy this car.
Your own thing.
I can do this. Yeah. Whereas, all right, every time, there's no shame in error, obviously, in working for anybody. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't anything wrong. I mean, like, I think we both did it. I mean, I worked at Target when I was 18 years old for a good year.
I worked for years for that.
Right. It's like,
I mean, sometimes it takes that perspective of working for somebody to know that you want to work for yourself.
Exactly.
So,
and I think what a lot of people don't get is saving money as well. When I was 18, I worked full-time and I went to school full-time, but I saved every penny. I didn't go out drinking. I didn't waste it on people in my life or anything like that. I saved every penny, like bare minimum. I didn't have a smartphone or anything. I barely even had a phone, actually. I think I still use an old Nokia. I was kind of made fun of, actually, because I was so behind. I didn't go clothes shopping or anything. I just wanted to save every dollar that I had because I knew that I did not want to work for anyone after my experience working there. Like, just a few days working there, I saw the hard work I was putting in, and I was making someone else money, and I was barely making anything. So, like, that to me really motivated me wanting to start my own thing, but I knew I needed money. Like, that was the only thing. So I saved up for years and years and years until I could do something with it and invest it in myself, or import a product and sell it, or whatever I had to do. So Ryan, who do you think really influenced you in your life and to go the extra step and become an entrepreneur and owning your own business?
You know, as much as I want to say, because I think of myself as a pretty independent person.
You want to say you did it yourself, huh?
Yeah, I mean, but
I think
really,
everyone deep down is always wanting to be like, yeah, I did it on my own.
Right.
But it's not the case.
But really, I've realized, you know, my parents did play a pretty big role in it, you know. Just being around my parents, and they're both entrepreneurs themselves. So I think they gave me that perspective that I could do it. I worked for my dad for a while, and he obviously has a good business sense, but he has to get up every day, go to work. Yeah, you see the everyday.
Yeah, you know? See this. It's every day, bro.
It's every day, bro. I've picked up on how he's done things, how they cater their services and their business to people, and it's something that it was a template. There's something for me to go off of. As I've realized that that was more of an influence than I thought. There's a lot you have to learn on your own. There's just, you can't.
Right. I mean, And I think that's where a lot of people like struggle to, is that they're depending on someone else to help them learn or whatever. But it's so much more rewarding to do it on your own, even if you fail. Like I'm sure you've gone through a lot of failures in your life, and you've done a lot of things that you regret. But in a sense, it's helped you learn and improve. And when you do it again, you're not gonna make the same mistakes, right?
You're going to fail. I mean, I'm still gonna fail at some point.
Yeah, obviously. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait to fail.
But you learn from it. You really do. I mean, you really do come back and do it better the next time, and that's okay. You know,
right?
Most people won't dive into being an entrepreneur because they don't want to take that chance.
Well, another thing that we should talk about is how pride gets in the way of people's success all the time. And well, people think they're too good to do something, or that they're scared of failing because it might make them look bad.
You're not going to start out on top.
No.
I mean, even as an entrepreneur, you have to start from
the bottom. Now we're here.
Start from the bottom.
Yeah, now we're here. I'm not quite there yet, but you know, I'm further along than I was. You have to keep the long view in mind sometimes. You know, you're not gonna have it right away. You may not make good money right away. You may not make money for a couple years.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, most people, you know, a lot of people don't. Some people are just fully motivated by their environment. I've seen...
Right, if you have good people around you.
I know people,
definitely.
like my sister, for example, if she gets around people for too long that aren't very driven, or she kind of, she'll lose a little bit of motivation, and I'll see it. And we're all motivated by the people around us, you know.
We take in the good and the bad. So the pride thing, I also want to talk about how their prides get in the way. I'm a huge victim of this. When in 2005 or whatever it was, I used to play a lot of video games, and I would record them and I would put them on Google videos at that time. They would get some views, and I liked doing that, but I stopped because, you know, my friends were
saying it's not going to get you anywhere.
Saying things like that, it's like, why are you doing this? Like, what's the point of this? But then now there's Twitch, there's PewDiePie, there's people making millions and millions from it.
A lot of times it comes out to social acceptance, but
it's social acceptance, right? You don't want to look bad in front of your friends, and that's what I'm trying to say with the pride thing, is that you want people around you to think you're cool and whatever. Screw them.
I mean, it's something that you enjoyed, and it's something that can be very productive. And
yeah, definitely.
Millions of dollars.
I wish I stayed with it. It would have been a whole different story. I could have been the original PewDiePie, man. That's who I was.
So
I was an innovator.
So the lesson is don't let somebody else tell you.
Don't listen to people.
I want to place myself around people that support this perspective that I have now, and that's what I do. If I see that perspective being threatened, or I feel like my beliefs are being threatened, then I take myself out of that environment.
You own your own business, I own my own business. I love to travel, you love to travel.
Yeah.
Those are important to us, and so in a way we can you find better friends once you know what your goals are.
Absolutely.
And you find people that share the same goals as you. And I think a lot of people want someone to help them succeed, while they need to just go out and do it for themselves and just learn from it, and they will eventually succeed. I just got to go and do it.
I can get things done a lot better if I do it on my own.
Right. I know exactly what you mean. When I started doing YouTube, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to film. My first video was crap. It was horrible. I don't know how I think like 400 people watched it. I don't know how you guys watched that video, because I have no idea what was even going on, and I was the one recording the video. So it was bad. But like, I learned from it, and then I learned how to edit a little bit from that. I knew going into it that my videos were not going to be that great until I had around my 7th or 8th video out. They're going to be like 80% of its like potential, and then the rest of the 20% was me fine-tuning and learning as I go and everything.
That's good.
You get an idea, you learn things, and then you just improve on that. You just keep going, you keep going, you keep going.
And this doesn't apply to every situation, many situations, I feel
right.
like. And if you're trying to gain independence, I think that's the best way to do it.
Just learn how to do it on your own.
And independence in a state of mind, for anything, for employment, for making your own life choices, for knowing what your beliefs are and what you want to do with your life. Whether that's a conventional or unconventional one. If it's unconventional, you want to travel the world for a while and figure out what you want to do. That's fine.
That's major. Many people should just go and travel alone too. When I traveled, I didn't have to stay at a hostel. I stayed at many hostels as I could, just to make as many friends as I possibly could too, from all around the world. They're some of my best friends to this day.
You know, that brings up a great point, because I think a lot of people, regardless of whether they're traveling, whether they're here, they have to be with somebody all the time.
Yeah.
Of where they go, what they do, and I get it. We're human. We're a social animal. Like, we want to be with people. But I think really you kind of limit yourself sometimes because
Definitely. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button and let us know. If you have any questions for me to answer, leave them below and we'll try to answer them on the next thing. I'll see you beautiful souls later. Peace.
Fucking hate Priuses.
I hate Priuses too.
Hey, you guys are great as long as you drive over 55. I'm cool with you. I mean, they're not slow cars.
They're not, but
They're
you know
really-
what's the problem? Is that everyone looks at how much gas mileage they're getting instead of looking on the road and driving. It's like, oh, look, if I go 5 miles per hour slower,
But hey, it's okay.
I get 2 more miles to the gallon.